What's up, guys? Been gone for a week or two, and wanted to check back in with you guys and say hello. It is a little bit cold. It's like 50, and I chose to ride because it was still sunny, and it actually felt warmer than that standing in the sun. But now that I'm on the bike, I kind of regret not having an actual jacket under my motorcycle jacket, and I probably could have worn my freeze out underpants layer as well. But I'm still enjoying the ride. I really haven't gotten to ride since my last video. It's just been too cold for the gear that I have. It's been some decent afternoons, but in the mornings it's just too cold, and then by the time I get home from work, it is cold again and dark. But spring is coming, summer is coming, and we're gonna get back on track. I got some stuff I'm gonna talk about in my next video that is new. When I went off the air, I had mentioned trying to switch some things up, and I'll get more into that in the next video, but I want to let anybody know that sees this that it's coming. Some stuff's coming, some stuff's happening, and I'll talk about it in the next video. This video here, I wanted to talk about, I can get on this road without getting run over. Wanted to talk about something that happened just the other day right here in the Charlotte area. For those of you who have seen some of my videos or heard me talk about it, I was in the racing NASCAR industry for a long time. I am not anymore. But just the other day, I wouldn't say names. The names have not been released. I don't know who it was. Even if I did, I would not give the name on the video. But a story come out that in the industrial park, where there are quite a few shops, quite a few teams, there was a kid, I guess, from Canada, who was having a shop do some work for him on a car. Well, he went out to sort of test drive the car after repairs. It's an industrial park. It's a circle, so the only real traffic are people who work there, or they know that there's race car shops there, because like I said, that is just what that's what's there. But anyway, the guy must have been going a fairly good rate of speed and got out of control somehow, or something happened. I don't know if he had to be going fast. I don't know if the car got out of control or if something broke and caused it to crash. But there was a crash into a ditch, and the car rolled over a few times. There was actually, and he was thrown from the car and died. And there was actually a second person in the car with him, from what I read. And that person is injured, but that person did not die. it's sad, but on the other hand, it's ridiculous that it happened. From being in the industry, from having my own race cars, I've done it. You need to make sure something works. I've done that same thing where I've gotten in the car and I've drove it around the shop area. I did once for a team. I followed a guy and made sure that no one was going to come, and he was driving the car and I was on this. I've done it. I've participated in it. But if you're going to do it, but anytime I have ever done it myself, I have made sure that I was buckled in and I had a helmet on. I didn't always have the proper, you know, racing fire suit, shoes, gloves, all that stuff, but I had my helmet on and I was strapped in for that reason, in case something happened. So I can't sit here and say that it was stupid for the kid to be doing that, to be driving it around the industrial park. It's not really legal, but it happens. We do it. But whoever, not just the kid, and not to call the kid names, but when the kid was not very smart, to not have at least some sort of safety gear on, or the person who basically let him do that did not make sure he had some sort of safety gear on. And the really stupid part is the other person in the car. These cars do not have passenger seats. A second person would have just been in the car, basically on the floorboard, hanging on to roll cages or something. So I don't want to make it sound like I'm being mean and calling, you know, the sad story, a sad situation, but the people who let it happen should not have let this happen. And like I said, there was no need for the car to flip. To go into a ditch and kind of run into something and cause some damage is one thing, but to be at a really high rate of speed like that, to make it flip over, roll over, there's no reason that he should have been going that fast, unless maybe the throttle stuck. But when the throttle sticks, there are devices on the car. Most cars now have a brake inhibitor where it actually senses pressure in the brake system. So if the throttle sticks and you push the brake pedal as hard as you can push the brake pedal, it will shut the engine off. If you don't have that, there are buttons on the steering wheel that shut the engine off. There are main ignition switches you can flip and or turn and shut the engine off. I realize reaction times, depending on where he was at, maybe you're not going to get to a switch. But still, I still believe to be going fast enough to roll that car over as many times as he did, he would have had time, in my opinion, even though they're race cars, but for a car to get that much speed, there was some time there that he would have had if he wasn't just doing it, going that fast on his own. So like I say, it is a sad situation. I don't want to stay on it too much, more or less bad-mouthing the kid, but I don't believe that this situation should have been allowed to happen from other people. So please, if you guys, whether it be a motorcycle, a car, a bicycle, a skateboard, it doesn't matter, any activity on wheels, not on wheels, I don't even care if it's baseball, football, soccer, please, if you are doing something, especially if it's on a motorcycle or a race car, or even if you're taking your personal car for a joyride, please, everyone, be smart, be safe, and wear or make sure you're using proper safety equipment, even if you don't think it's a big deal. If you have a motorcycle and you just want to go test it, you got a dirt bike, you got a street bike, you take it to a racetrack, you just want to test it, you rebuilt the engine and you want to go test it, you put on a new tire on one of these and you want to test it before you go to the racetrack. You got a driveway, parking lot, your neighborhood, don't go speeds like you're at a racetrack. Don't do it, number one. But wear a helmet, put your leathers on. If you're in a car, buckle yourself in. Doesn't matter how fast you're going, how fast you plan to go. You get back to the stick and ball sports, football, baseball, whatever. If you're playing football and you're practicing it and you know you're gonna hit someone, tackle someone, whatever, make sure everyone puts their helmets on. We don't need head-on collisions with no helmet and no, we don't need all that. Be safe, be smart. Okay? That's where I'm gonna leave it. Rambled on about it. It's sad. It's a sad situation. It took place in an area where there's a lot of shops. I don't know what the fallout's going to be, if there really is any, on the people who did repairs. But I beg you, as I always say, be safe, so you can enjoy your ride. But I'll see you guys on the next one. We do have new things are coming. I'm excited about it. I'm gonna let you guys know in the next video. So enjoy, please ride safe. I will see you guys on the next one.